Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and right now you can get this sweet Scoop Soldier sticker when you order over at cardkingdom.com. Just mention in your order notes that you want a Scoop Soldier sticker when you go to checkout.
Don't panic, you're watching Babel Fish, the only show that doesn't leave the house without a towel. In this episode, Tomer breaks down the basics of EDH, his start in content creation, and we review some of his best brews from Budget Commander. All that and more on this episode of Babel Fish.
Hey, my name is Tomer, and I am a content creator on MTGGoldfish. I am the host of Commander Clash, which is a weekly series where the MTGGoldfish crew plays a game of Commander. And I also do Budget Commander, where we build a Commander deck on a teeny tiny budget and try to make it as powerful as possible.
That was beautiful. What's a fun fact about you, Tomer?
Oh, I don't have fun facts.
Oh, no. You have no fun.
I own an abacus.
Oh, that's like a calculator.
I use it for Commander Clash. When people slight me, they get a little counter on the abacus. Boom. Seth has filled out the entire thing at this point.
So Tomer,
right.
Can you tell me what exactly is the EDH format?
So EDH stands for Elder Dragon Highlander. This is a 100 card singleton format. You have 99 cards in your deck, and then you have one card that's special called your commander. It stays outside of your deck in a special zone called the command zone, and you have access to it throughout the game whenever you want, whenever you have the mana to cast it. So it's a very different format from any other Magic format. And it's made for multiplayer. It's made, generally speaking, for 4-player free-for-all.
Is there any restriction to the cards you can use? Is every set on the table, or is there specific sets that are off the table?
So Elder Dragon Highlander covers every single set in Magic's history. It has its own ban list that is curated by the Rules Committee. And every single deck has also an additional restriction based on the color identity of your commander. So if you have a commander whose color identity is white, you could only include white cards and colorless cards in your white commander deck.
And Tomer, what is the starting life total for this format? And are there any common alternate win conditions in Commander?
Yeah, it starts with 40 life, and there is an alternative win condition where if you deal 21 commander damage or combat damage with your commander, the opponent loses the game immediately. It doesn't matter what their life total is, 21 commander damage kills them.
Now, we're not going to cover all the rules in this interview, but if somebody does need to learn more or wants to dive deeper into deck building and EDH, what are some of the tools or guidelines that you have for choosing a commander and then building your 99?
So what I do when I want to look up a commander, an actual deck for a commander, I will type up the name in Google, and then I will add something to the end of it. So let's say I'm looking for Muldrotha the Gravetide. I'm really interested in Muldrotha the Gravetide deck. And the most common thing I'll throw in is I'll throw in the word primer. That will pop up, showcase a bunch of guides that are written up for that exact commander deck.
So that's the power of just Googling it.
Just Googling it, but using certain keywords that will really help. If you type Muldrotha the Gravetide just in general, you'll get some results that might be interesting. But if you're looking for a guide for Muldrotha the Gravetide, you type in primer, that's the keyword that's used the most for guides, and that's going to show you exactly what you need. Beyond that, if you want to type Muldrotha the Gravetide and then MTGGoldfish, it will actually bring you to a page that will show you not only a sample list that is a good representation of Muldrotha the Gravetide, but it will also show you like breakdowns of the deck as well. What are the most popular creatures? It will tell you like Sakura Tribe Elder, Muldrotha, Eternal Witness. What is the percentage of decks that run those cards in a Muldrotha deck? And then it will break it down like planeswalkers, spells, artifacts, all the stuff you could possibly need.
Well, that's the great thing about the MTG Goldfish database of the decks that users upload is that it does get to show you, out of all the people who made decks with that commander, what percentage use certain cards and variations on the take for their 99 specifically. So when did you seriously get into like making content for EDH?
Well, I started writing for a website called Pure MTGO. I started writing like Pauper articles there. I got really, really big into Pauper because at the time I had zero money. So that was like a really perfect format for someone who's broke. And then from there, as soon as Commander came out and became a thing that was officially recognized by Wizards of the Coast, and you had all these precons, then I started shifting over to that. And I kind of focused on like budget Commander as a way to kind of curb my spikiness by limiting myself, restricting myself to certain budgets. So I'd be like, okay, I'm going to make a deck that's only like $50 maximum and see how well I can make a deck out of that restriction. And so that kind of like balance, like spikiness and urge to make sure everybody's having fun.
That's a very noble perspective of you, Tomer. have to commend you for that.
Thank you.
So let's talk about Budget Commander a little bit. I went back and watched a lot of the backlogs you had for the deck techs, and I just wanted you to tell me a little bit about how you go about upgrading the Commander precons.
When new Commander decks come out for the year, I will go over each one, discuss what those decks do and what type of person would like to purchase them. So you might like this deck if you like enchantments, if you like control, if you like aggro, if you like combo. So just tell you the pitch of what the deck is trying to do and who wants to buy them. And then I take $20 worth of upgrades, show you which cards go out and which cards are more focused, more powerful for what the deck wants to do to go in.
I'd be curious to know like what types of decks you enjoy building and that you kind of see that are that you enjoy playing against or playing with.
Well, my big thing is I just like variety. I have a personal collection of Commander decks, and I try to make sure that I don't overlap. So I have an Enchantress deck, I have a Voltron deck, which is all about taking your Commander, beefing it up as strong as possible, and then punching people in the face with it. So I love that style of play too, but then I also like control decks, I like pillow fort decks, just variety is good.
Can you tell me what a pillow fort deck is?
So a pillow fort deck is all about making yourself a very unappealing target for your opponents. And it runs cards like Ghostly Prison or Propaganda. And that's a huge deterrent in a multiplayer game where you want your mana to actually cast your spells. And that's usually enough to have your opponents attack someone else instead of you.
That gets into politics of EDH.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy working the table, making alliances, making friends, making enemies or frenemies?
Frenemies? Absolutely. Politics is probably my single favorite thing about Commander. And it's utterly unique to multiplayer because in a 1 versus 1 situation, both of you are playing to take the other person out. There's no room for politics. But when it's a multiplayer game, you're going to have common enemies. You're going to have somebody who's going to win the game next turn, and that means you have to work with your mutual opponents to take out the mutual threat. And that's utterly unique in Commander, and it leads to some really, really fun situations where you can use your words, and your words are actually more powerful than the actual cards that you have on the board or in your hand. And in fact, there's entire archetypes that are built around that. I really don't like group hug. I don't like giving people free resources. But what I do like are cards like Curse of Verbosity. Curse of Verbosity, you curse a player, and then whenever that player is attacked by a creature, the owner of the creature draws a card, but also the owner of the curse draws a card. So you're just dropping a little curse on an opponent, and you're like, hey, if you attack that opponent that's cursed, you get to draw a card. I get to draw a card too, but you get to draw a card. We're friends, right? So the politics there is really fun, and there's a lot of cards made for Commander that are specifically made to be politically used. Those are my favorite things. Like, politic decks are my absolute favorite.
So Tomer, thank you so much for explaining EDH to somebody who somewhat understands what it is. It is a complicated format. There's a lot going on. But when you have friends like yourself who can explain it, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's a very, very intimidating format, and I know because I have a lot of friends who I had to drag kicking and screaming to actually give it a shot. But if you just go into a local game store, pick up a pre-constructed deck, and just sit down and you play it with some friends, you're going to have a good time, and you're going to learn.
Well, speaking of kicking and screaming, do you have two friends that you can go grab off the street and hop into an MTGO game?
I think I can wrangle up some people. Yeah. We're going to have a good game.
Let's do it. So, Tomer, who did you summon for your side of the board today?
All right. I've dabbled with the dark arts, back in the day, back in my college days. And I summoned somebody from Quest from the Jank. Joe, hello. Thank you for joining us. Not that you probably had a choice or not, but thank you for being summoned anyway.
Yeah, of course. It's good to be here. I'm still in the dungeon playing on the dial-up, so it's an experience, but I'm excited to play some Commander.
Yeah, if there's anybody out there that really enjoys Mystery Science Theater mixed with MTG, that's exactly what you guys are putting out, and the production quality is fantastic.
And the props and the costuming. Like, I saw the last episode, which was the holiday special, was absolutely fantastic. Not just like the decks and the gameplays themselves, but like the frog costume and the Gissa and the Geralt thing. Half of each one. Oh my goodness, that was great.
Yeah, so without spoilers, I'll say if you haven't seen that episode, you should definitely go watch it just for the fact that John is wearing a Gissa and Geralt costume. And that is a very unique costume.
All right, and then the next guest that we're bringing along for this episode, I actually played with him before, Savantir. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, thanks for having me along. As Tomer said, my name is Savantir, or Scott is my real life name. I'm an Irish Magic content creator. I'm that idiot behind the Modern Decks Explained Badly videos on YouTube. And now the most recent video I've done is possibly the fastest set review in the Magic community, 5-second reviews. So you can check that out. I'm on YouTube most of the time. I occasionally stream over on Twitch, and then I never get off Twitter. So every single platform I'm under Savantir. The spelling is once you get it right one time, you get it right everywhere. So,
how many 5-second reviews have you done?
Well, I just did the first one. It was a new concept. I wanted to see how it went. And I reviewed 50 cards from Theros Beyond Death, and I gave 5 seconds per card. It was short and snappy, and it's quite lighthearted. Like, if you're going there for competitive insight, it's not exactly what I'm doing over there. But you'd get a laugh out of it at least.
So, I have not played a full Commander game in my whole life of playing Magic the Gathering. So I am feeling a bit intimidated. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. But looking back at the budget commander list, I was able to find a nice red-green list that I really liked, the Xenagos God of Revels deck. That was an older list that I believe you put together, Tomer.
Yeah, it's a few years old, but I think it still holds up quite well. I actually made a personal paper version of Xenagos that I've had for many, many years now. So I think it's pretty straightforward. It's probably a good one of the better decks to start with, because there's not a lot of tutoring or crazy combos that you need to really worry about. It's all about just like, I cast a big creature, I make it bigger, I give it haste, and I hit you really, really hard. And if that doesn't work, I cast another big creature.
And that sounds simple and very straightforward. Hopefully I didn't overcomplicate things with the additions I made to it. But I did take advantage of ticks versus paper prices. And I might be running like Atega for the, fun of it and enjoying maybe some Wheelmaster, Wheel of Fortune action. And as you will all be happy to know, there is not a sneak attack in this deck. It is more of just a fun toolbox-inspired Xenagos God of Revels commander deck. So I'm really excited to hopefully not really confuse myself with tutoring too much, but having enough options in a red-green smash-your-face deck to make my first commander experience a fun one for myself and maybe for you guys as well. Joe, what did you end up picking up and putting together?
Oh, I looked at the list of that you had put together of the old budget decks that Tomer has built throughout the years, and one of my favorites that I saw was a 5-color Joda list. And I am a huge fan of Big Dumb Things, and this deck is bigdumbthings.deck. It just has some ridiculously expensive cards, upwards of 10 mana. 7 to 10 is like the average range of a spell in my deck. And I'm going to be relying pretty heavily on things like Chromatic Lantern to fix my lands, or Fist of Suns, basically effects that replace what Joda does if he doesn't stick around. Mm-hmm. And then one of my favorite cards in this list is Time Sifter, because I have such high CMC cards. If I get this down more often than not, I'll be taking a bunch of turns in a row.
That card is absurd. I love it so much. It's definitely one of the more controversial cards that you can drop down. There's going to be a lot of groans and a lot of squeeze of the light, I think. There's like two type of people. You either really like the card or you really hate the card. It's very polarizing.
I've played it a few times, and I can tell you I'm both in the hate and love camp. Sometimes I play it and I hate it because I don't get any turns, and sometimes I play it and I love it because I get all the turns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scott, you want to tell us what you're running?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm running the subjective reality precon with Amanatu, the Fate Shifter. It's Tomer's $100 upgrade list. So this is coming in at a whopping 34 ticks, and it's looking to mostly abuse ETB effects. So looking to repeat enter the battlefield triggers to gain incremental advantage or gain control of different things, taking control of the board. A little bit of top of the library matters cards as well, sort of a sub theme, and then also a couple of sort of donate and flicker kind of effects as well to have some shenanigans. Bit of cheeky fun.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're running one of the precon upgrades that Tomer writes about, because that's a great way to get introduced to Commander.
Absolutely. This is actually, I'm not actually too long into Commander myself. Actually, I'm only in it about a year or so, and Amanatu was the first proper deck that I looked at. And before I even met Tomer, I had actually looked at this article and had based my upgrade off of Tomer's upgrade. So this is actually very, very close to my paper Commander deck as well.
Well, that's awesome. And I'm really curious to hear, Tomer, what you decided to run from your budget Commander list.
All right. Well, I haven't had a chance to actually run this deck in Commander Clash or in paper or anything. And it's one of my favorite that I've done in a while. It's Devoid Eldrazi. So this is a 5-color colorless matters deck where you run a whole bunch of the Eldrazi cards that aren't actually the Annihilators. These are just creatures with the void mechanic, which means that they have no color despite having multiple colors in their casting costs. And there's a lot of cards that just care about colorless mattering, like Ugin the Ineffable will give you a discount on your colors cards. All is Dust will make everybody sacrifice all colored permanents they control. So we're kind of like taking advantage of the colorless matters keyword in really weird ways. And I just really like the deck. It looks really neat. I haven't been doing too much playtesting on it. I did playtesting to actually write the article, but I never actually got to play with like the final tuned product afterwards. So I'm really excited to try it out. There was a bunch of different price points, but when I heard that Matt was going for a higher price point, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do the $50 one. I'm going to go for the highest budget, which is like, it's actually almost $500. So it's not really budget.
Nice.
It's budget-ish, maybe. Budget-ish. But it should be fun. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, without further ado, guys, why don't we fire up Moto, hop into a game, and see how our commanders do in this battle.
Sweet. Let's do it.
So, did Savantier win the die roll?
I did indeed. I'm going to take a quick mull.
Yeah, I got a one lander.
You get a free mulligan, right?
Yeah, in multiplayer, you get a free mulligan.
All right, I'll take a mulligan then. Blunk.
I will do the same. Okay, interesting.
Got 2 9-drops and a bunch of lands, so I think I'm gonna mulligan as well.
This one seems pretty decent. I'll go with this.
I don't see anything I can do still, so I'm gonna mulligan that.
Yeah, I went from 1 land to a whole bunch of lands, so I'm gonna mull this as well. Okay.
Well, I will keep mine. Looks good. I've got a little bit of. I still have a 9-drop, but it's only 1 this time. So
Cool. I'm gonna keep mine as well. I don't have many plays, but I have lands, so I'm happy with that.
I'm one land away from doing really cool things, so I think this hand's gonna get there. I'm gonna keep it.
All right, sweet. Gonna lead on Arcane Sanctum, and off we go.
Very nice.
Solid choice.
All right, so one cheat that you can do on Magic Online is if you have no possible plays to do, that means like you can't tap mana in response, or you can't cast any spells in your hand. You can press, when you have priority, you can press the F8 or the 8 key, and it will just auto yield if you can't do anything, instead of having to press OK for every single
Gotcha.
change of state.
So I'm gonna play Mountain Valley, and then I will F8.
Nice.
Well, maybe I will not F8. How about
It's
I will
either
F8?
that or 8. One or two. I always just press both now. It used to be F8, and then they changed it for some of the buttons to be
Okay.
the regular numbers, but not all of them.
I did 6. 6 seems to work out.
Oh, 6 is I pass a turn even if I have possible plays.
Okay. But we'll maybe try my F8 buttons again.
Yeah,
Computer.
or just press 8. Ooh, this hand's getting saucy. I like it.
I'm so nervous, guys. I don't know.
I have a bunch of tricky lands.
Yeah, I've got some tricky lands as well. Let's go with I'll go with a Myriad Landscape and ship it over.
Very nice.
Very nice. I'm not having the luck of the Irish too much, but I am very happy to not continue to draw lands with my hand. However, I will lead on yet another tap land. And then I'm going to go ahead and crack the Mountain Valley now so I don't have to miss it later. And I'm going to go for, the money card here, guys. Tega. Come right in.
Nice.
Wow.
And then I'll go ahead and pass. If I can
The
figure
price
out the button.
disparity is insane compared. Like, Tega is what, like under 4 tickets or something online?
It was like, yeah, it was like $1.50 maybe. So
I don't even know how much they are in paper now.
You don't want to know.
Expensive.
It's a little bit.
did you guys ever have dual lands?
I've never had that kind of money.
Nope.
I had some.
I
and
have
hung
a
on to it.
plateau. I just had a plateau for a very long time. I think I picked it up when it was $50, and I don't know, I just never got rid of it.
That's the thing to do. I think when I checked back into Magic when Theros came out, I was like, oh my god, I can sell these for a whole bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gotten even more expensive. So
Well, they're never bad to have as a thing. It's like if I wasn't playing with the plateau, then I'd probably just get rid of it. But I have a Zedru deck, and even if I got rid of the deck that it's currently in, anytime there's going to be a deck that I make that's going to be white and red, I'm probably just going to put it in there.
Got my fancy forest mountain.
Not
It's
quite
basically the same as Taiga.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
roughly the same.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 5-color mana bases are always a bit fun.
So I still have some awkward land situations going on here, but I think best thing I can do is probably just crack this now.
Mm-hmm. So Matt, what formats do you usually play then?
My default is playing limited just because you don't have to worry about keeping a collection up or keeping cards and stuff. It's kind of
Right.
like my lazy parent way of playing Magic but my plan is to continue to teach my son math in reading so that I can then get him to play Magic with me, and then I'll be able to play more complicated formats.
Excellent. Slowly weaning him. Maybe you could teach him more advanced maths by tapping mana symbols and such.
Yeah. So far, all of my adventures in parenting have backfired, though, because I want to get him into skateboarding, and he doesn't want to do that. And then I want to get him into Magic cards, and he wants to play Pokemon, which is close enough. So whatever.
It's a TCG.
Yeah.
So I'll
get him into
I'll
the
take
card
it.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to play
Plus,
the only
like,
threat I
like-
have, guys, which is a Field of Ruin. So if you attack me, Tomer, or do anything
Yeah.
with that Nettle Drone, I'm going to blow
Yeah.
up probably your Eldrazi Temple, just FYI.
Oh.
Okay? Then I'll pass.
That's
Fair enough.
politicking.
That's the only threat I have.
All right. Well, we're at a standoff, Matt, for now.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Curse of Opulence on Joe.
Well, Joe probably
Because
doesn't.
I need to ramp. I need to color fix. This is a weird card. It's a curse, but it's almost group huggy curse. If you attack the cursed person, you also get a gold token. I get a gold token too, but you get a gold token.
Why are you incentivizing everyone to attack me?
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing from this.
Well, I don't
not-
want to make the Xenagos player mad. So,
Well, I have to say yes, that is okay.
all right, now here I go attacking.
I still have yet to figure out the F8 button.
It's either F8 or 8. I don't even know anymore. I just press both, and I hope one of them works.
Only thing that works for me is 6 so far. So
Ouch.
So no land draw for me, but passing.
Huh.
Right. So when I said I had tricky lands, all of my, basically all the lands in my hand depend on having an untapped forest or plains. And I happen to have that with Canopy Vista.
Very nice.
nice, solid card.
Now I can block a little bit.
Wait, my F8's not working now. What is going on?
I broke it.
Okay, well, maybe it just doesn't work. Huh.
Yeah, you can only not F6, but just 6, which yields through the turn. So I think
Yeah. Huh. It was
Oh,
working
so
like
2
yesterday.
2 is passed until you can respond. So maybe they did an update for the key bindings or something. But
Yeah.
Two-
F8 used to be, or 8 used to be just, oh, yeah, of course it's not letting me do it because I can just crack my gold token or tap my mana at any time.
all right,
Right. So I'm just going to use 6. Unless I have shenanigans in my hand that you don't know about.
Good recovery.
Definitely have a counter spell.
So what are like some not okay cards to play? I know we talked a little bit about like stacks effects. Does it really just depend on your play group and what is okay? Is like a lot of like walkers annoying? Is it just like annoying cards that are not okay to put into your deck?
I think it depends on the play group. I've had play groups before that nobody had any problems whatsoever with stacks cards like Winter Orb or Armageddon. Where those are just kind of like when I started in Commander, my first group was very much into that. Like the white deck would always have an Armageddon in the deck. That was just how it was. And so I went into Commander just kind of accepting those things as just like stuff that happens in the format. and it never really bothered me much. But in other play groups, it does annoy people. People don't like it when a lot of people like to sit down at a table and they're very excited to have their deck do things. Like they built a deck, they're really excited to see their cards do stuff. So in that case, when you do a stacks effect like Armageddon, you're denying them the ability to have their deck do things, and that bothers some people. But it really depends on the play group. Some play groups are just like, that's just how it is, and it's fine. And other play groups, more often, I guess, don't like those type of effects.
I'll say for our play group, it's definitely in the latter camp, where if something is overpowered for what we conceive to be the power level, basically we'll let whoever put the card in play with it once. John is like the one who is most culpable of this. He puts in a card that just totally decimates us. We're not prepared for it at all, and we're like, all right, great, you did it once, now take it out and never play it again. Rip it in half.
That's a pretty good rule, I feel like. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just gonna play Mountain and pass.
Ooh. Okay. Nothing yet.
And that gets into like what you're talking about, Scott, is like, you know, you have your own personal like house band rules or house rules for the play groups that you're in. And I think that's one of the cool things about Commanders. It's something that really does evolve per your taste and per your friends' tastes, where you really get that communal Magic experience.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of play groups are also very self-monitoring. Like even doing Commander Clash, we try to make sure that our decks kind of all match up to each other. We don't like it too much when one deck is way stronger than the others in terms of power level, and that's just self-policing your own play groups and trying to figure out together as a group of friends, like figure out what is everybody comfortable with in terms of power wise, and what's acceptable, what's not acceptable.
So you just played From Beyond, Tomer? You're still
yes.
hurting for land-ish, or you think you played a land?
Well, I got a land drop, so I'm only behind one land. I also have this Curse of Opulence, but unfortunately Joe has a 1/1, and I'm not willing to do a trade with the Nettle Drone. I kind of like the Nettle Drone, so win this round.
Yes. Deterred.
I mean, you could also just like chump it and sack, but the threat of not sacking kind of scares me. So, you know what? I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. I have a little From Beyond. I have a little Nettle Drone.
You can still ping with that thing.
Yeah, it's gonna do some work.
What does From Beyond do? It's a 4-mana enchantment that at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to make a 1/1 creature. You can sack for a colorless, and then you can sacrifice the enchantment for a green and a colorless to search your library for an Eldrazi card. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like ramp, kind of a token maker, kind of a tutor. Does it all.
Just drew a card. I'm gonna do this. It's fun.
Ooh. Unexpected results, yes.
Oh no.
What could it be?
Well, let's find out.
Oh, fantastic. The Dragon Breath on the Elder.
Nice. Now I can really swing in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is truly unexpected.
Yep.
It's got haste now, so just don't want to take beats from this 3/1. So
I just want to make some gold. That's all.
I'll come on over.
Not that it has a Dragon Breath now. That's too scary for me.
It's pretty powerful.
It's hastier now.
I was hoping to get something a little more exciting.
Yeah,
not one of the few 2-drops that.
Yeah, the converted mana cost of the deck is pretty high. You should generally hit bigger stuff.
I think I'm just going to try and take advantage of the fact that anyone that has blue is currently tapped out.
That's fair. Ooh.
Okay. So you get to play Peregrine Drake and untap your lands.
I do indeed.
I'll play my green counter spell.
boop, 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 boop. Huh. And then I think I want to do this.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, cool. So you're getting your commander on the board. Amanatu.
Getting Amanatu out. Gonna start my shenanigans.
Yeah, nobody can really attack it either. You have that scary pilgrim's eye that's just stopping this nettle drone in his tracks.
Oh boy. Okay. So I see what's going on here. You're gonna keep blinking the Drake and getting some more mana available.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. Deja vu going on here. Okay, so now I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana available. What do I want to do with 8 mana?
Tap it and pass.
That seems like a solid.
Yeah.
There is something I could do. Maybe. Seems a bit mean.
And I have to do it.
Yeah, I think you do have to do it now too.
Okay. If Tomer says I have to do it.
Is it mean to me? Because then you shouldn't.
Oh, if it's me to Tomer, definitely do it. I'm already cursed.
All right, you know what?
I mean, I've already talked my way into it.
Let's even out the let's sort that little curse, shall we?
Ooh, meteor
Yes.
golem.
Ooh, I like it.
Very nice.
Well,
I have a response though. Bam.
Oh,
Oh,
That's why
dang.
I wanted to have 6. I didn't want to hold that up.
this is going way better than I expected it to.
it's the power of precons.
Oh yeah. And then you can blink that one and blow up something every turn.
Don't give me ideas.
Well, what'd you end up blowing up with that, Scott?
The Curse of Opulence.
Ah, okay.
No more gold for Tomer,
No
unfortunately.
more golem. No more mana fixing. Sad times.
Well, that was a nice thing to do. I don't think that was so bad.
I
Maybe.
appreciate it. I'll let you attack me. I won't even block.
All right, yeah, that seems even, I guess. All right. That was
I'm to
that was
34.
that was a turn.
That was a pretty good turn, yeah.
Oh,
Okay with that?
No, okay. Blinking the meteor golem does not seem like a good idea.
That seems like a great idea.
That's great for Zavantir.
Yeah. It's great for Savantir. I don't think it's good for the rest of us, but
Not if you value your permanence now.
no, because that can be like any permanent, right? Oh, it's a non-land permanent.
Yeah, I
No,
can't
not
get your
permanent.
lands.
Okay. Well, currently I'm not really doing anything at all. So how much do I care about that? How much do you guys care about that, actually, is what I should be asking. Tomer, do you care about your From Beyond at all? Because,
I mean, I like my permanence. I'd rather they not die.
like, what happens if Scott ends up blinking Meteor Golem and destroying your From Beyond? Would that make you sad?
That make me a little bit sad.
Okay. I could maybe do something about that, but I need some kind of protection, because I don't really have much of a board presence at the moment.
I won't attack you with my nettle drone. You're actually the only one who's open right now.
That's true. That's true.
That massive 3 damage.
I'll tell you what. If you do not attack me with that nettle drone, I can make sure that Meteor Golem doesn't take care of your From Beyond or anything else like that.
You have a deal.
Oh, that's a deal. Okay. Am I doing this right? Is this how you play Commander?
Struck a hard bargain, but
this is how you play Commander.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. I'm going to play a forest, and I'm going to play a permanent / planeswalker.
Uh-oh.
Vivian Reed.
Ooh.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun.
Is that okay? And I think I have to get rid of the Meteor Golem because I made a promise to you, Tomer, to do that. So I'm going to click and destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature, which the golem is.
Yeah.
Tick down and get rid of that guy.
That's fair. They totally deserved it. I didn't, but it did.
It knows what it did.
It's too much power.
I'll be honest. I kind of missed that golem because it got rid of my curse.
Oh, that's
it did
true.
good. It did some serious work while it was around. Oh,
Being able to
I get
blink
make
that.
make a little buddy,
Little noodle.
little noodly guy, noodly friend.
All right, I'm going to always yield to that guy.
Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, 6. Still can't cast anything relevant. Okay, I think I'm just gonna pass. Actually, I like how that Sakura Tribe Elder is just like holding him out in the fort. Like you know that
never
drone,
let it go.
that drone really wants to get in there, but dang, that 1/1.
Oh, you're so tricky over there with that Peregrine Drake. I'm just gonna go for it.
Is it Joda time?
Yeah, it's Joda time. I gotta make sure. There you go.
Yoda.
There he is. There he is.
Joda.
And I think as tempting as it is to punch somebody with the Sakura Tribe Elder, I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Fort. All right.
Yeah, it's doing good on defense. So
This is the most work I've ever seen a Sakura Tribe Elder do.
Yeah. Okay.
never underestimate the power of a 1/1.
Well, a 1/1 with Dragon Breath. I think that's the clincher.
This is the
there.
longest I've seen one live, too. It usually just sacrifice.
Yeah. I'm trying to hold that 3/1 at bay.
All right, so you're drawing a card and then putting a card from your hand on top of your library.
Yep. Gonna have a little draw. See if I can do anything this turn. Nothing spectacular. Guess I'll play out a Commander Sphere.
Nice.
Nice.
And I gotta be completely honest. I don't really know how I feel about that Joda, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it right now.
Yeah. I need to hit a black mana source, and then maybe I can deal with it.
So I think for safety, I'm just gonna pass.
Well, it's very nice of you, and I appreciate you not killing my Vivian Reed, and I'll definitely got to remember that, because I didn't want to necessarily kill your Meteor Golem. I was just really afraid of you blinking that every turn.
It's entirely fair. It's kind of egregious when left to its own devices.
That's so polite. I would have killed that Vivian. not in this game, obviously, because you did me a solid, so...
Well, that's why I wanted to make sure I had the Tomer guarantee before I dropped the Vivian Reed down for that. Oh, what do I
do? Vivian all by yourself. Just attack with that nettle.
All right, I think the best thing I can do is try and tick up and try and find something that's playable here.
Okay.
So Vivian Reed's going up, and if it's okay with you guys, I'll look at the top 4 and find something. Ooh, okay. I think that's going to go in my back pocket. Do I have to reveal it? Oh, I do. Okay. Well, can't really go in my back pocket. So it doesn't really fit my back pocket so well if I have to reveal it. So I guess this is a test to see if this is okay or not okay. But I did get the Bane of Progress, which if I played it, you would be upset, Tomer. You would be upset, Joe. Not really. Your Breath of Fire would go away. You would be really upset.
It'll come back,
Scott. And I can't do that to you because you were so nice last turn. So I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold that down in my hand because I do appreciate
Aren't you
you.
missing the mana for it anyway?
No, I got lands in my hands.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
But I have another 6-drop I can do. I'll just drop down a Thunderfoot Baloff for 6 and not blow up a bunch of Scott stuff because Scott was really nice last turn. I do appreciate that.
I like this card.
Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. He's a 5/5 trample with Lieutenant. So once I get around to casting my commander, I guess he gets +2/+2, and other creatures I control also get +2/+2 and have trample. But really, I just want him to, be my bodyguard. That's really all I want.
Certified chunkster.
All right. Well,
And in my mind, the Baloth and the Sakura Tribe Elder are on the same level.
Yes. Well, he is. The Elder is swole, and he's got an extra 2 arms to prove it. So.
he can walk over the Elder. Finally, something can actually defeat the Elder in combat.
True.
All right. Ooh.
Now, how embarrassing is it if you are like the only player that times out and loses the commander game? Does that happen?
I think it's happened. I've seen it happen twice. And one time it was because just Commander was so laggy. We had a game on Commander Clash where we were doing Sliver Mayhem, where everybody was forced to run only the old school slivers that helped everybody on the table.
Yeah,
Ooh.
And you weren't allowed to run tutors either to make it especially annoying for everybody.
Challenging. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you were fate sealing everybody every single time anybody played anything?
Yes. It was awful for everybody except for me. But like Moto could not handle it after like all the creatures were like, ooh.
Oh, Commander's coming down.
Oh no, that wasn't efficient of me. No. I did an auto yield to Nettle Drone already, so I can't.
Oh, you
Got
can
that
right click
response.
and turn off auto yields, right?
Oh, but when it was already on the stack, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Rough.
That's fine. I'm gonna pick, surprise, surprise, Eldrazi.
What?
Boom. Now my Eldrazi is super swole.
Nettle Drone doesn't afraid of the Secure Tribe Scout anymore.
No, it could get in there finally. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna hold off. I think, we're good. We're good. Nobody has anything exiled. No. Okay. That's fine. All right. That's it. Now, what wonders does Jodo bring out?
Some spicy stuff.
Some spicy stuff? I hope so. I mean, not too spicy, I hope.
Too
The shields are
spicy.
down.
I am.
I'm gonna do something at the end of your turn. I'm gonna redraw.
Approved.
Ooh.
I did not like that. Ooh.
All right. Ooh.
Let's
Oh,
a spicy ooh.
Oh man. We'll see if this works.
Okay, I always love to hear when someone says that.
Black,
Yeah.
green, blue, green.
What?
Ooh, yeah, that works.
That works.
I don't like it.
Oh, 1 mana waste. Stop it.
Why would Joda do that to himself, though?
No, it kills all other creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't
But
control.
Joda's fine. Even the Sakura Tribe Elder is fine somehow.
I'd be really happy if the Elder just lived throughout the whole
Whole game.
game.
But the Nettle Drone.
Nettle Drone did its work.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like the Eldrazi version of Thermo Alchemist, like Spaghetti Alchemist.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty nasty once the deck starts going. It starts untapping a lot. More sad about the Morophon. I don't have black mana yet.
Okay, well, Tomer, you cursed me earlier.
Oh,
I regret nothing.
Oh, the big old battle Sakura Tribe Elder is coming at you.
Oh no.
oh, them's fighting words.
That Sakura Tribe Elder is going to be the end of me.
What are you gonna do? It's a 40-turn clock, and that's it for me. That was a pretty big turn.
That was pretty nice.
40 turn clock.
I was more scared of that Peregrine Drake because that can do some pretty wild stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of ramp.
I just want to have a look at another card. Don't really have a whole lot to do here. Definitely hit my land drops all right.
It's like we all have about 4 cards in hand. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of when you want to just hopefully draw some cards, huh?
Yeah. As soon as somebody finds some card draw, that'll be good.
Well, Joda is definitely scaring me now.
Why? What? For what reason? Why?
Well, I mean, there's just the potential that he can do. I do like that play, though. I do respect that play, Joe. That was very nice. Very nice
It was
job.
fun.
Healthy fear. Ooh.
I will do this.
The Cedraxis Alchemist.
Oh,
He
he
looks-
can bounce.
He looks pretty cool.
I'm purely for the memes. I'm just so tempted to try and bounce the Sakura Tribe Elder, but I think it's got to be the Joda. I don't want to have the
fair.
fun like we just
Aw.
had.
That is a
Yeah,
tough
that's
call,
fair.
though.
And I think after that, I actually have like nothing I can do. So
Just want to say I'm not too mad because the Cedraxis Alchemist is one of my favorite card arts in all of Magic.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, when I got back into Magic, it used to be Shards of Alara block, and I picked up the Grixis Precon. And it was fantastic.
All right, I'm going to tick up Vivian and see what I can draw here.
What?
Okay, how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's a tough choice. But I think we're gonna go for the creature. We'll grab a Savage Ventmaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna play a Skarg, the Rage Pits, and then throw down on a flyer. So it's like I want to auto tap, but. I mean, I don't want to auto tap, but I don't want to be rude either. So I'm doing my best to not be the fool to just run out of time. I think that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pass.
Not bad. All right. Mm-hmm. I think I just want to hit card draw at this point. You know what? Not card draw. Very happy to see it regardless. I think I was going to play it out. Everybody's favorite. It is Smothering Tide. It's a pretty good card.
Oh. And this does whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2, and if they don't, you create a treasure token. Perfect.
And I think this Eldrazi Scion is still it's a 1/1. It can still trade for the Sakura Tri-Elder, so I need to stop the beatdown. I need to stop it. So you know what? I think the Scion's going to stay on the defense just to hold that Snake at bay. Snake Elder. Or Snake Shaman, sorry.
Yeah.
Kind of want Elder as a... Actually, Elder is a creature type.
Right, well...
Why isn't Sakura Tri-Elder an Elder?
The memes, the Elder to stick around, but...
No!
Why? Why would you do that, Joe?
The value of the Dragon Breath.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to...
You 2-for-1 yourself.
It's basically
It's true. I will... for my turn.
This is the white Ristic
Oh, well, I'm not going to pay for that. You can have that, Tomer.
Well, thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Out of principle.
I feel like we've... definitely hitting no.
Excellent.
I don't even mind the effect that much. It's just the yielding to it.
Yes, it's quite annoying. It's more annoying, I would say, in paper, just because the person who has it is going to be like, "Are you going to pay the 2? Are you going to pay the 2?"
I am one of
Here, at least you can like auto. You can auto to it. Actually, you still are prompted to say yes or no. Ooh, Fist of Suns. That's Joda. But it's the same effect as Joda, at least. It's also the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes, it is. I have all of the gems. Oh, man.
No, and you have the ability to use it, too.
Oh, man. This is a mean card.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Oh.
It just sounds like you have to play it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I feel like all the big guns are pointed at me already.
Maybe.
I wouldn't worry.
This Scion is gunning for, now that the Sakura Tri-Elder is gone.
It's got my
defenses are
defenses
down.
all down. You know, this Scion's got it's a 31 turn clock. You know, just saying.
Let's make sure I do this right. Blue,
Okay.
red, white,
Green.
green, and
Oh,
Oh,
no. Can you draw a card first? Just out of the blue. Somebody draw a card.
Who are you going to target? Or are you targeting
you want me to draw a card? I
Yes.
can draw a card off the Commander Sphere if you really want.
I can stop the ultimatum and I'll be your best friend forever.
oh dang!
Tell you what. How about I do this? Watch this. Watch this. I had a little safety setup.
Oh, Savanter, you made a friend. You made a powerful ally.
Now you could trick him out by paying 2.
Oh, just you wait.
Whoa! Entreat the Dead for its miracle cost. You're gonna get that Sakura Tri-Elder. Oh wait, is it
From
only...
my graveyard.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I will
It's
allow
very
this.
fine.
I will allow this. because you gave me a thing, and I will use it to stop this Kroll ultimatum because it's kind of mean.
It's not. It's not that mean.
I mean,
All right. Well, Ulamog's nullifier.
oh, sick.
Wait. No, it doesn't work. Oh no. You don't have exiled cards.
Oh, I don't.
Oops, a daisy.
Oh, no.
Well, you know what? You're not getting that card from me. Ha.
That is true.
Well, that didn't work out well.
You got a 2/3 out of it.
Yeah, I got a 2/3 out of it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that.
Let's go for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good play.
Play.
Yeah, not half bad. Not half bad.
Not bad at all.
So here, the last couple of turns, I've been using Amanatsu's Tick Up to draw a card and put Entreat the Dead back on top of the library, and just purposely left mana open.
Nice. So you've been slow rolling that for a bit then.
I've been keeping it here as a safety, and if I really needed to, I could crack the Commander Sphere to draw a card at any point, and then just fire it off and get the Meteor Golem back to blow up something.
Nice.
Which I think I'm gonna have to do on the Fist of Suns because that was pretty cruel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pun intended.
Aptly named. All right. Well, I'm gonna have the Smothering Tide, but I won't have cards to play. So that's a bit of a trade-off.
I have plenty of mana to cast none of your cards.
So I sacrifice a creature, which you'll get the Scion, which was gun for you. So fair point. Discard 3 cards, which ouch, and lose 5 life.
No, currently I can't target any creatures that I control, so no, I will not be returning Dragon Breath.
Are you sure? It would look great on a Meteor Golem.
All right. Well, goodbye, hand. First Scion. All right. Goodbye, hand.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that little noodle.
Yeah, it's a lot of black cards, which is a little bit awkward with my mana base. So, well.
The Sakura Tribe Elder.
Oh, now I get
yes.
some coins. Ha
I cannot pay for any of those, so.
Excellent.
The value.
I will be able to cast anything I top deck now.
Well, I think Joe just tossed a coin to his Tomer here.
That song.
Had to do it.
That song. Now, I was clean for a couple days, Matt. Was clean for a couple days.
Had to do it.
Just remember the song before you go to bed, Matt.
Here's a controversial comment. I love the Netflix series. It got me back into playing The Witcher, and then I kind of realized, like, The Witcher is like an okay game. It's not like amazing, but it's really, really deep. But the combat is difficult.
That's fair. I feel like I haven't played that game in a long time, but I really enjoyed it when I did, and I never got around to playing the expansions. So I actually bought the expansions. They're sitting on my computer, but I just never got around to playing them. The combat I thought was really, really difficult at the beginning, but it's kind of like an RPG where you just like start picking up more and more power-ups, and then eventually it just kind of gets relatively easy as you keep investing like additional like power trees and whatnot.
Yeah, I made the mistake of never playing it before and buying the full expansion pass, and then spending hours figuring the game out from the blood whatever quest.
Oh, like Blood and Wine, that expansion?
Yeah, like jumping right into a fully leveled character where you have to figure out the expansion tree. And I was playing it for the longest time, and I kept dying. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I actually had to be like, oh, they give you all the tools to develop your character, but you actually have to develop your character.
You might be better off than like turning off the expansions, at least initially.
Yep. No, I figured it out, but it was a little confusing on the outset. What is this?
It's a Boreas Charger. I love it.
Boreas Charger.
Did it trigger though? You might have more.
I think you have the most land.
Oh no, it has to leave the battlefield.
Oh.
Okay.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm mostly putting it out as a body because like this hand is entirely lands. So
I love Boreas Charger though. It's just a sweet little.
Well, your hand maybe lands, but the top of your deck is gold. That's what I have learned.
I like that. I like how Amanatu works with smothering. Todd, just saying, I'm really happy with that interaction.
Yeah, I'm okay with you getting the treasures as well. It's no biggie.
I don't have cards to cast with the coins, so it's not that bad right now.
I feel like I've done 3 very detrimental things to my own health. So I fully expect all of these creatures to come smashed face. My face.
I mean, I wrecked your fist a bit, so like, you know, I'm not. I feel a little bad about that. So
that fist knows what it's did. It's known where it's known what it's been. You know.
Yeah.
It just spits it out a Kroll ultimatum. It's just.
All right, you can take the golem. Drake can go after Hotline Bling over here, and then I'll do a little tippy tap on Viv, because if you have to blow up an artifact or an enchantment, it means you get rid of your Viv. So I'm kind of okay with that. I think that's all reasonably fair as well. I don't think I'm being too bad here. I think it's very fair.
All right, so all coming at me.
What?
No. Only the Pilgrim's Eye is coming at you.
Oh, okay.
When you hover over a card, that's attacking. It'll tell you where it's going.
I see that. Why would I not want to block the Pilgrim's Eye though?
Ken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He doesn't
fine.
have a-
I'm a moron.
I was
Well, that's why
going
I
to
thought
say,
they're all
I
coming
think
at me.
I'm the only valid.
I can also
attack.
block as well.
Yeah.
We'll do.
If that was
Yeah,
aimed
well,
at my
you know.
health total, I wouldn't mind, but I don't want to lose any, counters on Vivian. So
If it makes
Yeah,
you
that's
feel better, I just failed to counter a spell. You know, excited about.
I just failed to read 2 cards for the same problem.
well, you are plus 5 hours ahead, so I think that's totally well within bounds here.
I don't even have an excuse. This is not my bedtime on a Friday night. Yes, smaller ties.
This is my first.
You just
experience
pay
with
the
time.
2. Just
Has anybody paid the 2 yet?
Just send a message.
Pay the spike too.
Well, if I do that though, that means I have to think about if I need that mana, which I may even need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you can have it, Tomer. That's fine. Whatever.
Yay!
he's got 0 cards in hand, so
We'll say no.
I'm hoping for something.
I hope you do too. I feel kind of bad. Not too bad, but
I think I'll.
you
bounce
did
back.
build this deck.
I deserve it.
Whose fault is it really?
Joe, you're sitting pretty well with 6 cards in hands and nothing on the battlefield.
Oh, don't pay attention to me.
You,
I'm harmless.
Scott
Hold
and
on,
Tomer
that's
a
what
lot
I'm supposed to
committed to
do.
the board.
I've got a couple of creatures on board and stuff, but I literally have no gas now.
Okay.
I need some form of card advantage here.
Well, I mean, I could go aggressive. Is that the point of this game, or
I mean,
you guys
we
wanna
all
hang
have to
out?
die sometime, right?
Yeah,
I think you just take opportunities when you can.
I think that's
I'm wide open.
appropriate for the Xenagos deck.
That's right. I'm just supposed to
Kill
attack
us.
and worry about it later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel it. So the question is, do I kill? I think the person I'm going to attack is you, Scott, just because you got a bunch of stuff out. Well, I mean, I'm just right now. This is all up for debate. I'm just kind of talking right now. So you can talk me out of it.
I can take my beats.
It might be a really big beating, though. I mean, is that okay? Because now's your chance to talk me out.
I mean, it depends on what you mean by big.
Oh.
You know what? Why don't you just commit to something and we'll just see how we are with each other afterwards. How's that?
You got a lot of stuff going on. So
I like how kind everybody is in this playing group.
Inactivity. Inactivity coming up.
I haven't
guys.
seen such kindness ever.
Nothing is done out of pure malice.
I've had my mana crypt, my turn 1 mana crypt commandeered, and then my only land strip mined.
All right, I'm gonna shoot down your flyer.
It's
which
like
is
an
a little waste for
afterthought.
Vivian.
And this one's
You
like,
can go for a plane.
I'm gonna hit you, but I'm gonna feel bad about it.
I'm gonna smack you, but I'm so sorry.
I won't hit you for too much. This is a very Canadian play group already.
All right, I'm gonna head to combat, and we're going to attack with the Vent Maw. If I'm doing this right, but we're gonna go for
Big beats.
your Planeswalker.
What?
Ooh.
So do people do that?
You get
Is that
them-
okay? Do I have to do this right?
The mana either way. That's
There you go. Okay, figured it out.
Excellent.
And that's definitely a Stoic Resonator ability to look out for.
Mm.
You know, for whatever reason. So not dead, but just damage. That's not really a huge deal.
I mean, you could kill it.
It's a nibble. Yeah, if you want to use a Scarg, you can kill it.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, let me go down to...
That is a lot of mana available right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of mana. It's definitely a lot of mana. All right, we're going to seize the day.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to literally seize the day. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like, oh, I'm going to take my opportunities like was suggested.
Okay, so I kind of see how this deck works now. Okay, so then you can play your commander.
Yeah, it works. Extra combat steps work really well with Xenagos because you're essentially just doubling the trigger over and over again, and it gets better each time because you double the power and toughness, and it becomes like an 8/8, and then you attack again, and it becomes
16,
16.
32.
Just keep going.
No.
Yeah, extra combat steps are very sweet.
Yeah, okay. So I feel kind of bad because I feel like if I really thought about this correctly, I could probably win the game right here, or at least knock somebody out or something.
Games have to end.
They do have to end. They can't go on forever.
They do have to end.
And Xenagos is gonna smack.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is kind of like this is the Xenagos style.
So now I can go back to
Feel bad
combat.
about it. Just gotta embrace it.
So potentially, I guess he gets doubled, and then the question is, do I double that doubling? Probably. But I have no idea how much this is going to be because I haven't really thought about the math part of it yet.
I'm sure it will work out in the end.
Something
Then you're
will
gonna get
happen in
extra
the end.
mana afterwards, and you can have an extra combat step.
Yeah, I think, so somebody might be getting knocked out, but I don't know who. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
I'm concerned.
I'm a little concerned. But let's have a little flying blocker. Can't counter spells, but it can jump once.
Yeah, you do have a flame blocker, so that's kind of out. I guess.
I mean, it could just be a really inefficient removal spell for 2/3 flyer.
it could be.
You could take out the nullifier. I will block.
Okay, you know what? This is what I think I'm going to do to not be a total jerk. I'm going to finish off your commander, Scott.
All right, fair. Yep.
And then I'm going to smash into Tomer's Crusher next.
3.
Yeah.
I will block.
I feel like
You know what? I will allow this block to happen. And then you make a ton of mana.
Yeah, we make a bunch of mana. I think you left that in for that budget build too. But this is,
Oh yeah, Seize the Day is really cheap. Savage Vent Maw is very cheap.
yeah, but like
Really good card.
together, it's a pretty solid thing. All right, we'll do one more thing. I'm not gonna bother to kill your Eldrazi. We will Bane of Progress, which is a bit of a dumb thing to do because I get rid of my Resonator, but the Resonator I think is a little bit too crazy. So
No, that. I think that was a good play because I was gonna use these treasure tokens for great effect next turn.
okay, well,
Yeah.
both dodge.
yep.
So how much mana am I gonna have next turn? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. Exile target. I would still need an additional mana to cast that. I did not. I should have expected the Bane of Progress, honestly.
I was kind of
I
hoping
teased
to
it.
see a big bad Eldrazi.
Well, I was gonna refill my hand next turn,
yeah.
and I won't have the mana for that. This goes to like the Great Distortion is at 10. So, what can I do with 6 mana? We do need a board wipe, is a thing.
Yeah.
I think the play is I'm going to grab this card and just hope to top deck a land. That seems a little bit loose, but it might work.
Totally. Believe in the heart of the cards.
You know what? Yeah, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
Boom.
You're more likely to draw land than anything else. So,
Yeah.
Especially given the shortage of lands.
Tomer, would you like to sacrifice all those treasures before Bane of Progress gets counters for them?
Oh, yes, I would. I'm going to turn off auto yields. That is a good call.
That'd be a lot of counters.
Let's get rid of that.
It's worth the mana burn.
Yeah. Bring back mana burn.
Hashtag.
Okay, so that's out. I got no more mana. I'm going to pass.
Okay. I need to top deck a land. That comes into play untap. So here we go. Okay. Interesting. Didn't pan out. Also a black card. Apparently I have a lot of black cards in my deck. Well, I'll just pass the turn.
Interesting.
Just keep untapped mana, for my
No
counter
reason.
magic. Which I have.
Definitely not an Eldrazi and a black card.
Yes. Definitely not that. I'm just gonna there we go.
Oh.
Joe, you have an answer, right?
I have. Let's see, what can I do? I have some really fun cards in this deck, but is applicable to the situation.
The Zedigo Smashy situation.
Yeah, that exact situation. I'm gonna play this land, then gotta do some math here.
Mercurial Chemister.
I don't think this saves me, and I think I tapped incorrectly, which is unfortunate.
There's always hope until Zenigo smashes you.
Yeah.
In the heart of the cards.
Okay, that's it for me.
Guys, I don't want to attack you. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to have these guys attack you, but like they do whatever they want to do.
I think that's
Okay.
that's kind of just how Xenagos does, though.
Yeah.
So, listen. All right. You know that whole thing that Matt, you were saying it at the start there about having to look at the Irish and stuff, and I gotta be honest. As an Irish person, let me just say it's not real. It's not real. I never have it. Except this one time.
Oh yes.
All
You have the
right.
best plays so far this
Well
game,
done.
sir.
It also gets rid of the Xenagos, too, because he's actually a creature right
does.
now.
It does. It is a nice little answer. Sorry for the 2 3s going away, but
You know what? I'm fine with this. I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with
I'm
this
just gonna
too.
take this time to
Maybe next time
trade
I
in my
cast...
grassland.
Yeah, maybe next time I cast a Nullifier, will actually counter a spell. So
oh yeah.
there's always hope.
So did you just draw that, or were you?
I
you didn't
literally
have it
just
set up?
top decked it.
Nice.
Yep. No setup. In my head, just as it was swinging to upkeep, I was like, "What could I draw that would like not have me dead this turn?" And then it literally just appeared. So, yes, I would quite like to cast Terminus for its miracle cost.
Nice.
Boop.
Bye bye. Do I care about put the cards in the bottom of the library in any order? Do
You
I?
probably want to put Xenagos into the command zone.
Yes, and then
Yeah. It should do that automatically unless you specify that it won't.
okay.
So you should be fine. All right, this board got reset quite a few times now.
Yeah. All right. Land. I guess there's nothing better to do than Aminatu.
Nice.
And I've literally nothing else to do other than draw a card. So, what we got? Got it nice. Another land. All right, well, I got to do one cool thing this turn, so that's fine. I'm good with that.
I mean, everybody lives because of that play, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ticking up with Vivian. Oh, that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna grab a Scavenging Ooze. Scooze. And then just play Stomping Grounds, tapped. All right, so green and colorless. Play the Ooze.
Is Scoo's even that relevant here? Not really.
Not really.
The Dragon Breath.
The dragon.
Finally, we
Dang.
can deal with the Dragon Breath Sakura Tri-Builder for good.
I actually got the Sakura Tri-Builder back, so
Yeah, but now it won't have Dragon Breath on it. Now it's just a mere
dang.
1/1. No haste, no nothing.
useless to me.
Finally.
I'm gonna save the Dragon's Breath for last, guys. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
Get some light.
yeah, like.
You guys love this. This is gonna go away too.
Oh no!
Getting what?
Actually, Tomer,
Ooh.
you could probably take advantage of some of this, right?
Yeah. I have some processors that can that are happy for some exile effects. I usually need to use like a Relic of Progenitus or something to do it myself.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass. I'll just eat those 2 cards for now.
Excellent.
Well, I can have your processing back if you need it there, but 2 should get you going pretty well.
Well, nothing too fancy for me. Just gonna play a Talisman of Impulse and pass the turn.
Sounds good. Tomer, how are you still only on 5 lands?
I had so much mana, and then the Smothering Tithe got blown up. I'm actually not looking forward to getting any more lands right now.
Oh.
How long are typical Commander games, guys? Is it like an hour or 2 hours, or?
It depends.
That's the best answer.
Some games can be as quick as 20 minutes, and some games can be 4 hours long.
Yeah, like higher power decks or higher power play groups generally have faster games. Like they'll end in the first 4 turns or so, even though those 4 turns are going to have are going to be a lot longer comparatively than slower paced games, just because the first couple turns are very important and everybody's going to be slinging their force of wills and whatnot. And then like regular more casual play groups can be like 20 minutes if somebody just has like a really nutty start and nobody can answer it. Like if Xenagos, for example, just like had like a turn 1 ramp, turn 2 ramp, turn 3 Xenagos, turn 4 I win the game. That can definitely happen. So that can end in like the first 20 minutes, or games can go like up to like 3 hours. So I think the average would be like an hour and a half is average.
Okay.
This game probably is going to go a bit longer than average just because of the amounts of board wipes. Nobody really got to develop their board
Hands to set up. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's going a little bit slower.
Haven't been able to draw anything other than lands. So
and nobody's hit any card draw yet, which is kind of unfortunate.
I had the ultimatum, but it was fairly underwhelming.
Well, I think Tomer definitely felt the ultimatum there. Discarding the 3 cards.
It wasn't underwhelming to me. All right, Joe.
That's fair.
I think had the Bane of Progress not happened, I probably would have been in a position where I would be winning pretty handily now.
Well, that's good to know. Because I was almost not going to do that. Like I could have like Resonator, like played the Stoic Resonator and got like an extra trigger for attack. But what are you hiding in your graveyard, Tomer? You have a Nettle Drone and a Void Winnower.
Oh wait, what?
You can have it. It's fine.
Is that okay? That you're not trying to? Okay, well then I will grab that. If it doesn't mean anything to you, I will take it.
Do I have leads? I think I have like a way to get it back, but not anymore, at least.
So yeah, if you guys are all good, that was the end of Scott's end step, and then I'll go to my turn, draw a card. I'm gonna go peeking with Vivian. Take a look here. Okay. I'm just gonna go super boring and take a mountain. Not very exciting. Play a mountain.
I mean, it's a nice looking mountain.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Very
7,
pretty.
8, 9. I have 9 mana, guys. And I got a 5/5. But I don't know what to do with it. I could kill Amato. Am I saying that right? I'm in Nato. But would that make you upset?
I mean, I'm just gonna have to spend more mana, I guess.
I could attack into...
I've literally got no gas whatsoever. I
It'll
just
be
bounced the
back.
Temple of Enlightenment back to my hand.
Okay, well, then I'm not going to pick on you then. Tomer has literally nothing going on. No offense.
Yet.
Yet. That is the preface there. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be a little adventurous, and we're gonna go to combat, and we're gonna go the scavenging ooze right into Joe here. We'll see what happens. See if he's gonna want to.
I felt that one coming.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
All right, let's go in.
Well, Joda's not very valuable, so I might as well. No, I'm not going to block that.
Doesn't seem like a fair trade, no.
All right, so no blocks. Right, no blocks. Do I care about anything else? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll hang on to that. I guess we will just pump it up. So eat the nettle from Tomer's graveyard.
No, not the nettle drone.
spaghetti alchemist.
I am taking a hit.
It's a big ooze. I think
9/9.
that's...
Sneaky 9/9.
All right, are we out of creatures now?
I think so.
I think so. Okay. Yeah, I was curious to see if you were going to block with Joda or not. So, but one would think you would keep your commander. You know, that totally makes sense.
It kind of makes everything in my deck castable, and without it, it's hard to cast things.
I hear
so.
you. Okay,
I was
post combat, I will do a Quicksilver amulet or amulet.
Ooh.
So this is not sneak attack. It is
uh
the colorless sneak
I
attack.
am going to answer that.
Oh, plasma
That's a lot of
capture.
mana.
So counter target spell at the beginning of your
my.
next pre-combat phase, you get to add X mana in any combination of colors, where that is the spell's converted mana cost. So it is a mana drain-ish. That's
yeah,
cool.
It's pretty good.
I kind of
cool.
want Tomer to resolve whatever Eldrazi he has, so I don't want to.
Well, I'm
be
sorry
mean of
to
it.
hit you for 9, but got to do something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh. Need more mana. 4, 6, 7. I mean, I might as well cast this now. I don't think it. No, it doesn't really do anything. I can't cast my Morophon yet. I think I'm just gonna pass. Just here for a bit.
I'm not sure I trust that.
4, 6. I mean, you saw that I have counter magic, right? That nullifier didn't counter a spell, but now it can. You did tuck it, and it could be back in my hand.
Did you fetch since?
I might have when you weren't looking. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, great. So 7 mana, unknown cards in hand.
So, Joe, you got any more of those cruel ultimatums for Dr. Anime over here?
No.
Oh man, this is a card.
This is the card,
like
or this
my
is a
least-
card?
Is a card.
Is it a
When
magic
it's said
card?
that way, it's like my least favorite phrase of all time. Oh no.
Could be literally anything, right?
That's Wooberg.
We were achieved.
I'm guessing it's a big spell.
Oh, Tomer,
What are you doing to me? Oh.
I can't believe you've done this.
I deserve this.
Oh my god. How do I even get that back?
Counter it.
With nothing? Oh my
the
god.
land. Just throw a land at it.
No. Well, the spell is a little bit further away to be castable now.
See, it feels fun, but I feel like it's not that fun because I'm the only one who gets to enjoy what I'm doing.
But I wish I was a Joda player now.
Oh man.
You're getting into peak Joda territory here.
Yeah, Joda's just big dumb spells. That's what he does.
Oh man.
Oh, he's doing it again. No, stop it.
Yeah, how does he keep getting? That's okay. Yeah, that's gonna do it. So expropriate, Matt. If you haven't had the pleasure of dealing with this card before,
Well, I've heard people throw the word around, so it's my first experience with it, though.
okay. So starting with you, each player votes for time or money. Each time vote, take an extra turn after this one. For each money vote, choose a permanent owned by that voter and gain control of it.
Okay, so it's
The next
basically
thing is
like
it's exiled.
this is like almost the same card that was just played, where we can opt into having another permanent of ours stolen, or giving you an extra turn. Correct?
Yeah. Generally speaking, giving the person one of your permanents is going to be overall less damaging for you than giving the person an entire extra turn.
So I think I'm going to vote for money then, because I don't want you to have.
Joe's going to take an extra
what I
turn
did too.
regardless.
Yeah, I can't steal my own thing, so I voted for time. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the. What does this do? That. Tomer.
Oh my god.
Just take them all right, Joe. Just take them all.
Poor Tomer.
I'm gonna do that one.
Not the temple. All right.
Okay.
Then
We're not dead yet, all right?
do this. Oh, does that? No. Okay.
We could just be now.
We could be dead. We're probably dead. But that's kind of just like how Commander games go. Is like somebody gets ahead, they do something disgusting. Just like Matt, like you felt bad about the Xenagos deck. This is why you shouldn't feel bad.
Well, I felt it is interesting because you play long enough and you're like, yeah, okay, the game needs to end. But the first person to draw blood or be able to do some wacky combo too soon, you do have the feels bad man.
Yeah, certainly. If you do it too soon relative to other people, but like I think most of the you haven't seen what degenerate things the other decks are capable of doing. Like I was going to do some degenerate things as well. I'm also running Eldrazi Titans. So like I will just annihilate your board. I'm going to attack you and you're going to have to sacrifice permanents, a lot of them. So while it's kind of feels bad where I don't get to cast them, if I did, you'd feel bad. But then it's okay because everybody feels bad because they all have their chance to do degenerate things.
And this is degenerate indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye Scavenging Ooze.
By scavenging is.
Oh no, it's another Wooburg.
Oh
No, the Dragon's Breath.
the Dragon's Breath though. But so Muezzin of Night's Reach is a fun card. It comes into play with a divinity counter if you cast it from your hand, which Joe did. It's indestructible if it has a divinity counter on it, which is great. But when you remove it, each opponent discards their hand.
Aha. At any time.
Anytime.
Okay, cool. So I mean, it's not gonna do a whole lot for. Well, is it gonna do much for any of us?
Well, it's going to get rid of any kind of hope that any of us might be having.
Yeah. Game is pretty much done. Maybe. We'll see. Also depends on the top deck mode now.
Oh, this is a good card.
Ooh, what is this?
Here we go. Wild.
Dread Cacodemon.
Suppose I should have done that. Oh well.
Yeah, it's fine. You got plenty of things to do.
That's fun.
Well, Scott, I mean, you've just been top deck king for this whole game. Is there anything else you got in your deck you can just magically draw next turn?
I'm taking a look here, and I mean, maybe there's.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
At least she doesn't have haste.
Yeah.
Silver lining.
So Tomer, this list that I'm running, like I said, is your list that you made for the Budget Commander. One of the things that I altered in my own list that I didn't put into here and against my better judgment was what's it called again? Cataclysmic Gear Hulk.
Oh,
That'd be,
yes.
really good right about now.
Yes. When it enters the battlefield, you have to choose like one of each permanent type, and then they sacrifice it. Something like that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good right now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
There's always a chance.
There's a chance.
See, it would have been worse for us had we just given Joe extra turns, because then he would just keep doing this, and then he would be swinging with the Narset, and then it would get out of control very quickly.
Oh yes.
But I mean, it's both options are kind of painful.
It's lose-lose, but one you lose more than the other.
Yeah. I do find though, people who haven't really experienced expropriate that often will often be like, I don't want to lose a permanent. Here's an extra turn, but that usually ends up being like a guaranteed lose versus a significant lose, or like more likely to lose. Ooh.
What is
I
this?
think I have played things pretty wildly out of sequence, but that's all right.
I think I'll do fine.
Yes, it's a surprise each time, and honestly, it's just keep piling it on. You know.
I love Joda.
I will say it was really fun casting all sorts of things for Wooburg.
Tomer, you have so little going on right now. I've actually just minimized your entire battlefield.
No.
Oh, that hurts.
I'll be back.
My guy first. I'm at the lowest life total.
Okay, I get to scry.
Our way to victory.
I get to scry.
It's not a May effect, right?
Oh,
You draw and you lose one life.
Put that on the bottom like now. Okay. I don't it's just Land City over here. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work, but because I don't have anything, but I'll try it. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Juxtapose. You and target player control. Oh.
So you and target. Who are you going to target with juxtapose?
Oh, I think you know. Joe, give me some stuff. Pretty
I
please.
take.
Will it work?
It
It says
will
the word
work?
exchange.
Yeah, I think you have
Yeah.
to have something to trade.
I'm hoping it works.
You gain. You and target player exchange control of the creature you each control with the highest converted mana cost. It might work.
I don't know if it's going to work, but if it does, look, put it this way. This is like the only non-land card that I've seen in the last 5 turns. So
Better than nothing.
It didn't work.
Didn't work.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm a pass because you have my commander.
Okay.
I feel bad.
It's fine.
It's the power of
To
the
be
dark
fair,
side.
We all have to die
It is
sometime.
my fault in a way. And make these decks pretty ruthless at the higher budgets for sure. Even at the lower budgets, like Time Shifter is like a budget friendly card.
Okay.
Is Matt
So
gonna
what can
steal
you-
the win?
No, I'm not going to steal the win. You have 3 cards in hand, Joe, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what can you do? You can do 9 damage, 13 damage, 18, 21, 28 total damage. Yeah. I'm at 30.
He's probably knocking somebody out this turn.
No, I don't think I'm knocking somebody out. But you have Vivian Reed. Is there any way you can get rid of Vivian, Tomer?
Nope.
Keep stealing his lands.
Right.
I have a 7 mana spell, a 10 mana spell, and a spell that costs black mana.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have an island.
I do have Baloth in the graveyard, Mountain Valley. Okay, I guess the only thing I can do is play an Artisan of Kozilek. How much mana is that? Pay 3 more. That's all my manas.
All the manas.
That's
So you
all my
might live.
manas. And then
Artisanal.
Oh, nice.
it does
Oh.
returns a target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, which I think the only one I have is
Get rid of
Fortunately, I thought I had like, oh, maybe I exiled him. The one that destroys all the artifacts, enchantments, and stuff.
Yeah, the Bane of Progress.
Yeah. I think I probably exiled him. Nope. Where did he go?
Where did he go?
Yeah, where did he go? That's weird. Oh, he got to the bottom of the library from the Terminus.
Terminus.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
menus.
All right. Well, that's the only target I got, so it's going to be this guy.
Oh,
I'm kind of okay with the Bane of Progress not showing up because that would destroy my talisman.
Yeah.
And
But the dragon's breath over there.
Dragon's Breath, though. Ugh.
Oh, don't. What are you going to do? What are you doing?
No, stop tapping mana.
What? Are you, why? Okay. Oh, yeah. You can do that.
sorry.
I thought maybe if I talked about it confidently enough, it would come. It would come through.
The screws just keep getting value.
I appreciate the
Man.
hustle though. It's like trying to spell pierce into 2 open mana. Just if you do it confidently enough, it just might work.
It just might work. Who knows? I don't think that wouldn't really have helped much anyway. But
I think
that's
we're
all I
dead.
got. I think we're dead too. I drew a disc too, which I'm not really gonna tip my hand, but there's no way that would have made it around back to me to untap with.
All right, I have a good feeling about this. Part of the cards. All right, I do have board wipes. Unfortunately, they all start at higher mana costs than I currently have. But I might surprise myself. Well, I can cast it.
The meanest thing that Joe could do is, in response, just take that counter off of the Miyomo or whatever.
Yeah. On my draw step, Myojin it. Oh. Did I?
Don't need to do that.
No, you don't need to do that.
Oh, that sounds menacing.
Hey.
There, Herald of Kozilek.
Done.
The void, color spells. It's a theme.
Is that enough to keep you alive a turn?
No. Pretty confident that that's a no.
All right. Well, let's see what the damage you can do.
All right, Joe. Do your worst.
Show us all the dark arts you've learned in the dungeon, man.
This deck is nutty.
It's gonna make the demon blush.
Yeah. I don't think he approved this. I might get extra torture.
Is it too evil even for him?
He's
He seems like a bit of a cheapskate. I don't know if he hoards all the good cards for himself, but he definitely doesn't give that to you to play with.
No, this is bizarre. I'm not I haven't touched cards like this in many years.
Oh no, you guys. You might end up activating Amanatu's ultimate.
No, what does that even
That
do?
would be terrible.
Oh yeah. I hope he won't do that.
Oh, yeah. That would be the best
Almost working.
misclick.
Did I
All
say
right.
it with enough confidence? Oh god, no. Oh, it's so good in this deck.
At least I'm living vicariously through this. Yeah. I generally don't play the highest budget versions. I just kind of add them to the decks and be like, these seem like good cards to update to.
Yeah.
So to see it in action is quite the treat, even if I'm getting all my lands taken away.
Well, I think that's kind of that's what we're all hoping for, right? Even if you're not the one winning, at least I think the goal is to get like a deck doing its thing, or at least have everybody have a chance to have their deck do what it's built to.
And that's kind of the thing. There's never going to be a game. Well, it's very rare that there's going to be games where all decks get to do their thing, but you just play enough games and everybody's going to get a shot at it, really. So Joda's living the dream right now, but if we were playing another game, it could be very well that Joda just gets annihilated every single time he shows up, he's cast, and then Joda doesn't get to do his thing. Somebody else gets to do his thing. And it just goes on like that. Ooh, that's a lot of card draw.
Oh my god. You got to do it though, right?
You can't not tutor it up and not draw the cards.
Okay. Sakura Tribe Elder's going back on top.
Well, Amanatu with the Narset though. That's kind of spicy.
Yeah, can you at least get the Elder down before you win? And somehow get the Dragon's Breath on it? Is that too much?
Can you kill us with the Sakura Tribe Elder? Is that possible in the deck list?
Who wants a 1/1? Scott, you can have.
Sure,
You
I can
can
have
have
a
it.
blocker, I guess. Yeah.
Uh,
You know what would be the ultimate flex right now, Joe? If you
What's that?
activated Joda to put the Sakura Tribe Elder out.
Oh my God. Send the message.
This was a very expensive old snake person.
I feel like I would petition to get an errata for Sakura Tribe Elder to get the Elder type. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. That was.
I see the spirit with a gesture over there.
Yeah. Okay. I am a horrible and cruel person.
I love it.
Tomer,
Yes.
I'm going to put you out of your misery.
Thank you.
Or
You'll never get my last 4 mana sources, Joe.
oh, what am I going to lose? Oh, that's safe. Okay. 14
This is fair.
coming at you.
All right. No blocks.
Oh, I did that right. I know what's on top of my deck. It's a Sakura Tribe Elder.
Yeah, so North. That's fine.
Oh, so yeah.
Did you hit nothing with the Narset? Or you did hit? Oh, you hit stuff. Oh my goodness, you hit Rise of the Dark Realms with Narset. Okay.
What did you hit? What?
So when Narset attacks, she exiles the top 4 cards until end of turn. You can cast a non-creature spell. So in Joe's exile zone is Rise of the Dark Realms and Recross the Paths.
Oh.
Oh, and the Lightning Greaves, but that's minor things.
Right, agree.
Tails.
Is there anything to even get? Huh.
Mild Razi.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my.
Oh
Joe's
boy.
turn.
Okay. Clash. I get to choose to reveal this or put it on the bottom, or is this my choice? Clash with opponent if you win, and you want hide.
Misunderstood how the card worked, and I had a land and I put it on the bottom, but that's okay. I don't feel that bad.
I'm sure you can drop the lands with the Meogen. You're fine.
And just pass the turn.
All right, in before I draw another land.
Yeah, I think we're pretty toast here.
A little bit. Or the Baleful Force is going to kill him. I'm rooting for that. That's pretty good. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Take an extra turn.
I mean, it's not really gonna do much. It's basically an explorer.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
I don't like how you said how fine that was.
Yeah.
I just am gonna remove the divinity counter because I don't have anything in my hand that answers that. But given how open you've been about how many lands you've been drawing, I feel safe in letting you take an extra turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just played my last land or last card. I'm sitting at a healthy 0 in hand. If I take enough turns, you might die from card draw.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
That's the hope. 15 more turns to go.
Oh my! Oh my! No, you know what? You know what? Make that 14 turns.
Oh.
Oh,
Send
dang.
a message.
I don't know if I can come back from this.
And if Matt can somehow squeeze out 14 damage.
I don't think so.
Or 14 turns. Like that's
Or 14 turns, yeah. In the Gruul
Only
deck.
13 after this.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
It's the
10.
clock.
Oh boy. So
I'm sorry.
How much does my commander cost at this point? He isn't a creature, so that doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, 1, 2 is a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna just play a disc that's gonna get blown up because I really don't have anything, and I'm not gonna prolong the inevitable. I was thinking I could like cast my commander. Yeah,
Wonder if I
then-
deck myself with this.
you could try to.
No, you're fine.
26 left.
Unless you can put more counters on him. Or like bounce him.
I'll pass. I want to see what you can do here. Maybe 35 cards in hand.
Show me what you've got.
Oh my god.
This is when you top deck the Stormseeker or Sudden Impact or something.
Oh,
Actually, don't know what all these cards are, so I could potentially kill myself.
Do you have lethal on board ish? You got 10, 15, 19, 29, 30. So that can take me out.
Have anything that gives my creatures haste?
Dragon's Breath.
Might
well, you do have lightning greaves.
do have lightning greaves.
What's he gonna fist out?
Oh no. It's phrasing.
And you can
Oh,
do
okay.
you can do the Wooburg with your basics as well.
Yeah.
Ultimate
That's all.
flex.
Yeah. Jokes on Joe. They don't have creatures. That was just a 5-mana regrowth.
It was
seven.
yeah. Yep. Okay, who's a big guy? All of them are big guys.
Yeah, this really makes the whole Xenagos thing look quite tame in comparison.
See, it's fine. It's all fine.
Yeah. I'd be happy to take the old Gruul Chunksters back over this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I could have killed one of you guys back in the day. That seems, so far away at this point.
Ago.
But I feel like that's a little bit too early in the game to be doing that. But in hindsight, knocking Joe out back then was probably the smart thing to do. And I do appreciate you teaching me the civility of Canadian Commander, Tomer. I do think this is a very nice way to play Magic.
The nicest Xenagos plays I've ever seen. I was touched.
Yep, that's I'm content with that.
That should be painful.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's
Is that
going to happen,
lethal?
but it's lethal for one of us.
17, 21, 28,
50?
28, 31. Yep.
Oof.
Well, you should let me untap with the disc. That's definitely.
Seems like the plan.
Are we gonna get some attack triggers here? We are.
Oh boy.
What do you hit?
Sacrifice 2 permanents.
Annihilator, because it wasn't enough already. I'm gonna lose some things.
What?
Yes.
What a
Oh,
tragedy.
why are you?
Exit the game.
Oh, I take my permanents back.
They just leave the gameplay.
Oh, that's weird. Huh? Why is that? Like
The permanent or the player who owns the permanent
yeah.
dies, and so all of their permanents are out of the game.
Okay.
Yep.
That seems a little odd to me, but I will respect that rule. Well, I'm gonna send a message. I assume this is all coming at me, right? Yep. So you gonna give me a blocker?
Oh.
My lands are. Oh, there we go.
Oh, the Dragon Breath. Oh wow.
No. Do not tell me
Right?
that we are actually gonna lose to this Dragon Breath.
Not a Sakura Tri-Roller though.
Yeah, it's not quite the same.
No, it's not that bad. Wow.
Part of me wanted it to be the Sakura Tribe Elder.
Me too. I miss that thing. That's exiled.
That's pretty big Myojin.
Aw. Bye bye.
I do the final.
All right, Scott, you got this.
I'm still alive.
You got this.
That's got I don't know, top deck a planar cleansing that isn't in my deck.
I'm sure there's another miracle spell that's like
It's gotta be like something.
Oh,
I could get an Entreaty Angels.
that little.
Maybe work. Well,
Maybe.
apart from the fact that they have 32 cards in hand and omniscience, but like, whatever. It's fine. This is the last bastion over here. With my Piranha Marsh and my lack of commander.
I believe in you. Uh-oh. Okay, I take that back, actually.
What is this?
Cool.
When it enters the battlefield for each opponent, you may cast up to one target instant. Okay.
Cast Terminus.
Cast Terminus.
It's the only play.
At least it's a May. Oh.
Oh, intrigue.
Right,
It's an X spell, so I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm doing all of this wrong. And then I'm going to discard it anyways.
No, you have no maximum hand size now.
Oh, that's right. Praetors. Okay, that's why I did that.
Yes.
Yes.
Totally intentional.
All right, let's see what we get.
11 damage.
All right, well, all good games have been won off the back of this.
Oh. There's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
In before, this is just 3 lands. It's not just 3 lands. Oh my. Hold on.
Oh.
If you have like expropriate, maybe.
No. Okay. What can I? All right. I can. Oh,
If it's exactly
do anything.
expropriate, maybe.
I don't think this is going to do anything, but
Not
I'm gonna try.
expropriate. What's the thingy? The X spell. Uh-oh.
Like this? I think.
Okay.
So, oh my god, all of these foreign clicks triggers.
There's still a chance.
This is a hell of a drawing out, I gotta say. I'm going to 3. Getting a creature. Okay.
Is it a counter spell? Oh.
No.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm giving you a spirit.
That is
It's
a fair trade. Yep.
What were you hoping to draw into?
I don't actually know, but like
Something.
something. I can't believe I ended up brainstorming into a contract. That's
Yeah, that's
so
some fun.
much draw. Like I've been sitting here for the whole game being like, oh, where's all my card draw? And then as I'm staring down like a literal army, it's like, oh, would you like to draw 3 and then put 2 back? No, not really, but okay. I got a swan. This is in fact my swan song.
You might survive.
Maybe.
It's a chance.
Yeah, it might accidentally F6 through his turn. Like you never know. I'm pretty sure even not that.
Yeah.
I've just tapped down all my lands and they now down on top in the next top step.
Oh, this was a fun deck to play.
Yay!
That is the goal.
Oh boy.
They come.
Excellent.
All right. I can't have the swan die. I can't have them jump under the bus if I'm just gonna bite it anyway. So
It's noble of you to spare it. You could sacrifice it now.
yeah, I was very tempted after giving that little speech to be like, I just gotta sack this bird.
How much damage is that? 5, 9, 12, 19, 20, 30.
Let's find out. I'm at 7.
Maybe negative 40. Oh, if you choose to block, I guess.
Oh, first strike's gonna happen. Okay, yeah.
Oh, negative 40 right there.
Yay.
Nice.
Nailed it.
All
Good
right.
games, guys.
Dang, GG.
GG.
Good game.
So,
I'm sorry, Tomer.
Tomer got just beat up.
it's
Everybody's
definitely my fault.
How does it feel to lose to like your own deck and be like, why, son? Why?
it's the best way to go, I think. You're like, it is my fault, I take responsibility for this one.
well, these decks are awesome, man. All these lists were really cool, and I love the top decks that you pulled out, Scott. The Terminus and the Entreat the Dead were both super key.
It seemed like also, Scott, you were able to hang pretty well because of the board wipes are very helpful on that end.
Yeah, I in my own paper version, I run a few more board wipes because I play with a lot of degenerates, so I need to make sure that they don't just end the game on like turn 4 or 5. But yeah, I mean, can absolutely hold its own for sure.
And all these lists we played tonight, they were all from the Budget Commander list, and they were all like max-ish $100 if you took out some of the really expensive cards, I think. It's great to see the pre-con that you were playing, Scott, do so well, like with some upgrades, and to know that you can still put together the higher power decks with just a little bit extra money, is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all these lists are definitely like when I do a budget commander article, I start with like the lowest budget possible that I feel comfortable with on thing without sacrificing too much power or like cool, neat tricks. So I'll start at like $10 is usually the cheapest I'll ever go, but usually start at like 25, 50. And these are kind of like, if you want to take the budget to the next level, then these are like the $500 lists and everything. So,
well, I wonder what would have happened in this game if I didn't play the creature that came into play and destroyed all of your tokens. Like what you could have gotten out as far as the big Eldrazi and stuff. Because you said you had a game plan for your next turn if you had that mana available. What was that play going to be?
Well, there's an Eldrazi Titan that costs 10 that I actually drew naturally afterwards, but I was going to tutor for it. It's Kozilek the Great Distortion, and when you cast a spell, if you have fewer than 7 cards in hand, you draw equal to the difference. So I would have drawn a full grip of cards off Kozilek alone, and then from there, then things would have been very interesting because the deck is jammed with the Eldrazi Titans, and there are some mean things too at the higher budgets as well. There's a card called Spreading Plague. Whenever a creature comes into play, destroy all other creatures that share a color with it. They can't be regenerated. So again, this deck is a colorless deck. So all my creatures are going to be fine by the Spreading Plague. But if somebody else plays a creature that shares a color type, then they might have a difficult time out of it. And there's like infinite combos as well in the deck as well. Infinite blink and infinite casting. Nettle drone can deal infinite damage. So things like that. There's definitely degenerate things in all the decks. And Matt, you had a very powerful setup as well, where you had a ton of damage potential. You probably could have killed 1 or 2 people.
Well, I think that was the choice at that point in the game was doubling the triggers with the resonator, and either controlling the board, which is what I ended up doing because I felt like it was too early to knock somebody out, or I could have, I guess, potentially taken out
Me.
Yeah, and then, it's interesting to see the different ways that each game can go, and especially when you have a 4-player game, it can definitely split off into a bunch of different iterations. So it's interesting to hear what your plan was, Tomer, for that post-turn if you had all that mana available. But I'd be curious, Joe, like how did Joda feel for you? Because it did take quite a long time to get it up and running, but then as soon as you have the mana available, it just kind of starts feeding itself.
I've played with this list a little bit, and I didn't get to play the card this time, but we talked about Time Sifter earlier, and that's how I've won in the past, because it does take a long time to get Joda to a point where you can consistently do things, and that's where the power of the deck is kind of comboing off and getting powerful spell after powerful spell after powerful spell. And at that point, if Joda's around or Fist of Suns or anything that cheapens the cost of all of these 10 CMC spells I'm playing, it's very hard to combat that. So it was extremely fun to play. It felt very degenerate, but it took a long time to get to the point where any of that was possible.
Yes, and at that point, it's like, please bring it on. We need an end to the game. So you did a very good job ending the game there. So thank you, too. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Joe. Thank you again, Tomer, for hanging out tonight and playing these lists. Again, you can find them on the Budget Commander series that Tomer puts out, and they're all very great starting points with lots of references for alternate cards and price points to fit your budget, whether it's in paper or online. And, you know, if you want to go see some really, really cool content that Quest for the Janklord puts out on YouTube, where can they go to find that show?
Most of what we do is strictly on YouTube. We have a few sketches. We play paper versions of Commander, like I said earlier, with severe budget restrictions.
Yeah, you wouldn't be seeing decks like this necessarily.
No, not at all. No, pretty much every single card that I played here will not show up. I think none of the cards will ever show up in any of the decks that we build over at Quest for the Janklord.
I think it's like a $2
The demon will
budget.
Yeah, the demon will go pawn it off at the local LGS and not give it to you guys to play. Awesome.
So it was fun testing this list out and getting to play with something that.
Well, you know, we let you win, okay? Yeah. I don't want to. I have to come out and say it. Yeah. I don't want to be rude, but we all let you win, Joe, okay? Because you don't get a chance to play with these cards, so we just let you have it, okay?
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Scott, do you want to do your plug again? Or is there anything else you want to say before we kind of close out here?
Well, on the game itself, that was great. The once I've noticed that on MTGO, like you said earlier on there, Matt, that this is your first sort of real game of Commander to see it right through to the finish. One thing you might have noticed is towards the end there, it does sort of take a little while once one or two people start getting killed off, and it can take a bit of time to sort of run it out. And in comparison to paper, you know, people will be like, okay, you've got like 5 million dudes, slam the hands on the table, turn the playmat sideways kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And the deck was great fun. It's very comfortable sort of spot for me. The Amanatu decks.
Yeah, I thought that deck was really cool and it could do some really cool things. And you know, what was interesting about playing Commander with you guys was that it is nothing like playing a competitive one-on-one game. And it's a lot of communication and it's a lot of just having fun. And I thought we had a really fun interactive game that had some really good moments and some great top decks. Just Joda ended up materializing everything out of thin air all of a sudden and running away with the game.
Yeah. That's the thing about Commander that I find myself is like I tend to play a lot more competitive formats, but it's nice to sit down to Commander and focus on the fact that it's a game and that you can just enjoy it. And if you want to do your thing, people will generally let you, which is quite nice. But yeah. As for myself, kind of very similar to what I said at the start. I'm that guy behind the Modern Decks Explained Badly series. I might actually look into a couple of people have been asking me about this. I might actually look into doing a Commander Decks Explained Badly over on YouTube. So I occasionally stream and rant over on Twitch. And like I said earlier, I don't get off Twitter. This has actually been the first time I've played Magic in a long time that I haven't looked at my phone. That's just to show you how often I'm on Twitter myself. But yeah, if you like listening to a oddly mild Irish accent and stupid stuff to do at Magic that's never really taken itself too seriously, then come on over.
Well, that sounds right up my alley in the dark times of the 2020s. So I'll definitely be looking forward to some humor from you and also from you, Joe, and some more sick budget lists from you, Mr. Canadian Tomer. You know, I want to thank you, Tomer, for coming on the show and doing that sick gameplay we just got done playing with all your cool friends you yanked off the street. We really appreciate it. It's very lonely up here in the Northeast in Maine, which some people think is part of Canada. It's not. It's still part of the U.S.
Honorary Canadians, though.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. I'm proud to be an honorary Canadian. And
you have a hockey team.
And you know, this was a lot of fun. I think I definitely learned a lot and improved my knowledge of Magic and my ability to play a different format. And hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Thanks for having me. I've never been interviewed before, so this was quite a treat and quite an honor. So thank you.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.